Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes, a program that has been built on flash, excitement, swagger, even once a goal turnover chain. But the fundamentals of this program, substance. We'll have plenty of substance and swagger from the Canes today. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the Syracuse Orange taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Canes will get us started with the opening kickoff. Fielded in the end zone, it's James. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So the Syracuse Orange will go on offense first. And as we watch this wide receiver come onto the field, when you have a dude like this, you find ways to get him the ball over and over again, no matter what the defense tries to take away.
Yeah, because the defense can't win. Whether you double team him, we're still going to win. And they're going to give him the ball on quick passes. They're going to throw it deep, and they're going to take advantage of him every opportunity they can. They will feed him. They will feature him because he's just that good.
Gets rid of it. That's reeled in. It's Haynes. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Syracuse right back at it. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? Off the play fake on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. As you watch how a season unfolds and you get off to a good start like these guys have in ACC play, that momentum can really be powerful.
Oh, 100%. The momentum, the confidence. Like, you go from starting the season and saying, we want to be great in these areas, and now you're starting to see it, starting to pile up some conference wins. Now, Jesse, getting to the middle of the season, and you got to continue to evolve, right, and be ready for some of these rivalries.
No doubt about it. And I think they also like the fact that they've got some guys stepping up and making plays consistently. It's one thing to do it off in non-conference play against weaker competition early in the year.
And he intercepts it. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
Well, we knew coming into this one, this was an offense that wanted to come out, sling it around, but the timing is going to have to be a whole lot better. This defense has athletes who can close on the ball and make plays. You saw it right there on that interception to open this game.
So the Miami Hurricane offense takes the field, and they'll have their first possession. This matchup on the outside, Jesse, a big play weapon for the offense, a shutdown corner for the D.
They say big-time players make big plays in big games, so who gets the best of this matchup? That's going to determine the game.
I mean, such a fun chess match. How much are they on each other during the game? The head-to-head matchup that everybody wants to see.
Anderson wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes, and well, it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. He'll take the deep shot. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Hurricane. Reeled it in and just made the house call.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he's able to locate the football, snag it out of the air. And this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Off play action on first down. Gets it out fast. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Syracuse right back at it. You know, we joked that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them coming.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they cell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, and they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
They'll leave it with him. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
The Orange will have to punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Crosses the 30. All kinds of running room. He's at the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Canes. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On third down, going up top. Pulls it in. It's Hatcher. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Syracuse will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the move, it's Carr. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you can tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Touchdown, Miami! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the returner is stopped. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Give to the running back. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13. Syracuse right back at him. They give it to him again. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Ball in the air, intercepted. And he is taking it all the way back. Touchdown, Hurricane. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Man, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. He'll bring it out. It's James. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Hand off to the lone back. Fights off a defender. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Looking to throw. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. They'll try the run. And he slid through that attempt, and he's got room. Bounced off his feet.
Listen, in these situations, it's so hard to push the ball down the field because the defense is playing pass. We bring in more DBs. We're dropping deeper in our coverage, and we're making you throw the ball underneath or run the football. Nice job by the running back. Listen, he got good yards. He didn't get the first down, but now he's in a situation where third down becomes something where it's not predictable. Now it's a situation where they can go out and have success.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Anderson will throw. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds his man. It's Horton. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Well, jet sweep pass. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Things did not go their way in ACC play last year. This year, an opportunity maybe to turn things around.
And we've seen people in this league turn things around. The ACC every year, it seems like, like Reese, you always say, spinning that wheel of destiny. Who's going to be in the championship game? So it's not unheard of that you can have a bad season and turn it around. So, Jesse, a lot of examples to point to as they kick off this season.
Yeah, it's critical then to get off to a fast start, right? They've got to come out here in their first conference game in ACC play and put it all together. Offense has to march the ball, score points. Defense needs to get some stops and create some takeaways and set a standard for yourself throughout the course of the season.
Leaves it with the running back. And the Hurricanes will move the sticks with the 1st down. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. This guy is just wearing them out. Another 1st down, already has a couple of touchdowns in the 1st half, David.
He has been a problem for this defense. And if I'm this offense, I'm going to continue to feature him. He's winning his matchups. I'm going to find him. It's just the 1st half, and he's already had himself a full game's worth of stats.
You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Direct snap. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Timing. Touchdown, Canes! And they take it in for 6 more points. Ready to try the point after. And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the 1st half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the 1st half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some...
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He was looking for a little more on that return, but he hands this offense a short field at the 35. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Looking to go up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Oh, he wants it all. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Miami! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. With 8 seconds to go in the half, wonder if they'll try to get a big play just to see what happens. Hand off from the shotgun. Shakes off the defender. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. One more play before the teams head to the locker room. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Hurricane. How about that D coming up with a play like that? Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Syracuse has it teed up, ready to kick off and start this second half. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Looking for a productive play on first down. He's going to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Canes! And the route is on. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. You got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy, you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the score.
Oh, look out! The 40. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He makes a grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Orange. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. They'll ride the hot hand. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Clock ticking away as we have 4 minutes left here in the 3rd. On the ground, it's Fletcher. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Canes are moving quickly down the field. Running to the left. Bulldozes him. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Quick pass on the fly motion. Into the spin cycle and forward. Oh, that move is going to leave them dizzy.
Yeah, and way to be creative. Way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly. Get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! And the stomping has commenced.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation and timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offense.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
From the gun, to give, looking for room. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Syracuse will send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Looking for a block. It's Carr. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the third quarter comes to a close. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. First down to start the drive after the break. The give. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to the ground game on the left. He breaks a tackle. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Yeah, and he's shown you a little bit of everything today. Shows you why he's a really good back, and the line's paved some holes. And he's right at 99 yards. And the way this game's going with the lead, he's going to get a few more touches, break that century mark, and when you do, you have a great chance of winning football.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalties. And now on second down for this offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Leaves it with the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage.
Unloads it downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Hurricanes send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. Davis will throw. Fires into traffic. Intercepted.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Canes will try to pin them back with the punt. Oh, he's not punting, he's going to throw. And the pass is incomplete, and the fake punt is a wash. They managed to get the throw off, but couldn't get the completion. You always wonder, why not just leave the offense out there and run a pass play? Trying to find his man on 1st down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell. They were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence.
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. The Orange will have to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Slips through the line. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe.
He lobs one high down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Feeling some heat. Hit as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot.
Lets it fly. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Hurricane. And the beatdown has ensued. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face, and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today, they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Wants to throw on first down. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Davis looking to pass. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Working the middle, it's complete. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Gill. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. First down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. A little screen to the running back. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has